My name is Sakshi, and as for now, not many people know me. So, I would like to give a tiny little introduction of myself. I am 17 years old, turning 18 in a few days, and I am a survivor of abuse of many years, and right, and now I am on a mission to help other survivors. So, my first step in doing that is this. I'm gonna tell stories of other survivors because talking about what happened to you is the first step towards healing. And so many people never get to share their pain with anyone because either they just do not have anyone they can tell. And a lot of times it's just scary to say it. And I'm here to make it a little less scary. And I hope I can do that. So today's story is about Leo. So Leo's mother got married when he was 6.5 years old. She got married to a pastor. And whenever you hear the word pastor or anything that is linked to religion, or when we hear that a person is religious, we often assume that the person must be nice, the person must be a good person, but it's not always the case. That's stereotyping, and people are not their profession. People are more than that. So, Leo's mother's husband was a pastor, and the pastor had two kids from his previous relationship, and Leo has a sister, and he shared a room with all of them, with all the kids. All the kids stayed in one bedroom. So, the pastor had severe anger issues, and he projected all of that onto Leo. Whenever someone would do a mistake or something went wrong, what the pastor would do is line up all the children in front of a wall and question them about who did it. And if someone else confessed to what the thing was that they did, then he would just tell them to not do it again and send them on their way. But if no one confessed, then Leo was forced to confess. Even if he didn't do it, he had to say that he did. And after Leo said that he did, the master would send all the other kids outside or to the basement and take Leo to the kitchen or his bedroom. And then he would interrogate him about why he did what he did. And he would keep Leo standing until Leo said something about why he did what he did. He would often make him stand there for hours, up until after midnight, and this made Leo sleep deprived, and he was just in middle school. He was just a kid when all this was happening. And when Leo didn't confess, the pastor would often break his reflective sunglasses within the first half hour of the interrogation, as Leo said. He would bring reflective sunglasses because he knew that they made Leo, they intimidated Leo, and he used to get scared by them. The pastor would often grab Leo by his collar and lift him up to his height to match his eye level, and the pastor was 6 feet 2 inches in height. So you can imagine what that would do to a 6 years old child. Well, he stopped doing that when Leo turned 9. And the reason behind that was that he couldn't lift Leo anymore because he became too heavy for him to lift. That was the reason that the pastor stopped lifting him up. Not because he didn't want to scare him anymore, but he just couldn't do it. And he was just a kid. And if Leo didn't answer his questions, then the pastor's anger would just keep growing and growing. And he would often crouch down to Leo's level and scream in his face and grab him, scream at him. All of this would happen daily whenever Leo was at his mother's house. Every single day. And Leo's mother was often home all the time. Most of the time she was home. And the only time that she wasn't around was when she went to the bathroom. And the moment she went to the bathroom, the pastor would become more aggressive, and Leo was just walking on glass, scared that he might annoy the pastor, and then he would question him, interrogate him, and the questioning would start. It became a trigger point for him. And after the few times that Leo said yes to the questions, he was expected to say yes to anything that the pastor asked. He was expected to confess to anything and everything, even if he didn't do any of it. The pastor would force him to confess and keep him standing until he didn't answer. And one time, Leo was standing for his interrogations and he lost track of time. It was late afternoon and he went close to a window and saw inside, and he felt a calmness brush over him and he became unconscious. He passed out. He was a kid and he was sleep deprived and scared. You know, when his mother would have gotten married, he would have thought that a new family member is coming to his house, that this family member would love him and care for him, but this strange man comes to his house and he welcomes him with open arms, but all he does is scare him, torture him, and give him scary memories of his childhood. The man who was supposed to be a father figure became a monster figure. Leo also tells that he doesn't remember the timeline for these incidents and that they feel like second-hand memories and it annoys him. Leo also tells that he gets flashbacks of these events and the feelings are often not very, and the feelings attached to those flashbacks are not that magnified, but whenever someone yells at him or crouches towards him, the feelings come back with those flashbacks and it triggers those memories and it magnifies the feelings attached to those memories and flashbacks and it causes panic attacks. This still happens. What something that was just something that felt normal to the pastor caused still causes panic attacks to Leo, and he doesn't remember when it happened. He remembers that it happened, but when it happened, he doesn't remember that. I did a little bit research on this, and it's because of dissociation and parts of it like depersonalization, memory fragmentation, and dissociative amnesia. And all this overall happens because when we're young, our brain is not that developed to face these things, to face such powerful and strange and dangerous situations. So what our brain does is it locks those memories because our brain, what it wants is to make us feel safe, to make us feel happy, and to just make things easy for us. So it just locks these memories away. And a lot of times when we get a trigger, these memories flood back. It's like opening the gate of a dam and then closing it within a second. So some memories are back into the conscious mind. But when those things happened, when did they happen? What happened before them? What happened after them? There is nothing else. It's just bunch of memories with no context. And these can often feel like they are someone else's memories, even if they're yours, because you don't remember them. You don't exactly remember them happening, when they happened, how they happened, and why they happened. All you can see right now is those things in front of your eyes. And you feel like, I don't remember this happening. So they feel like they're someone else's memories. They're not yours. It's like watching a movie, but the movie is your past that you don't remember. And it can feel very scary. It can feel like, the world is falling apart and you don't know what is happening to you, but it's not your fault, Leo. None of this was your fault. Your mother should have been more careful with the man that he was bringing home to her kids. That man should have been a better man. That man should have been like a father figure to you, but he wasn't. And it's not your fault. None of this was. I really hope that you get the help that you need and you want, and you get love. You get to know what a real family looks like, what it feels like, and you get people who love you, care for you, and support you through your journey. And I hope that you heal from all of this and you find better people, so much better people from this, and that you have a very, very, very happy and safe life, and you feel loved, and that you heal from all this, and that you never have to see that man again. Take care, Leo. This was Leo's story, and if any of you want to send me your stories, then you can send it to me on my email. It's in the description box, and I put it here. You can send it to me there, and I'll tell you about the rest of the procedure. It's not that much. You can just share your story and I'll send you a script and you can approve it, or if you want me to make any changes, you can tell me and then I'll record a video and then I'll post it. And I hope that whatever every one of you don't share with anyone, you feel like you can't tell anyone about it. I hope that you know that you can. There are people who love you. There are people who want to help you. There are people who understand you. I hope you heal from all of it. And I hope you all stay safe and happy and love. Goodbye.